Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Thomas. Today we're back here with the kill count, and today, well, it's actually something I really haven't seen in a while. It's too many cooks. You know the whole too many cooks ruins the cake or something? I don't know. It was like this YouTube video I think I saw a while back, but I never really got the full story. It was like, you know what, I'm just gonna let this video play out because I don't remember it at all. So let's just see what's going on with too many cooks, huh? So be sure to like, subscribe for more. Hope you enjoy. Here we go. Here we go.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror media. I'm James A. Janice, and today we're looking at Too Many Cooks, an incredible short released on Adult Swim in 2014. If you somehow have never seen Too Many Cooks, please pause this video and go watch it right now. This send-up of sitcom openings takes a joke and runs an absolute marathon with it. Every time you think it can't escalate, it does. If you don't know anything about it, I envy your first-time experience. Seriously, go watch it online right now and come back when you're done. Okay, we good? Great! Too Many Cooks first aired on October 28th, 2014 at 4 in the morning. It was part of an infomercial block where it played unannounced for all the insomniacs and stoners with the TV on. These people had absolutely no clue what the fuck it was when it started playing, and they watched in confusion as a spoof of sitcom openings devolved into dread and became an absolute horror show. I wasn't up that night, but I did have the pleasure of watching Too Many Cooks the next day. I had no idea what it was, or even its runtime, and to watch it unfold like a comedy origami was an honor that I'll never forget. I grew up watching TGIF and Nick at Night, so I was primed for parodies of shows like Full House, Family Matters, Roseanne, and The Brady Bunch. Too Many Cooks was created by Casper Kelly, who had previously made the Adult Swim series Stroker and Hoop and Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell. He also created the infamous Blair Witch parody, The Scooby-Doo Project. I know lots of you love that. The short was given the green light by network executive Mike Lasso, who I'll forever respect for keeping Venture Bros on the air. As soon as he retired from Adult Swim in 2019, it was canceled. An unforgivable act! Kelly and his crew cast more than 70 local Atlanta actors, many of whom were inexperienced, all of whom were cast based on appearance. Working with a tiny budget and mostly borrowed equipment, the short was shot in just 3 days, but took over a year to edit. Part of that time was spent perfecting the earworm of a theme song, which endlessly loops until the viewer is driven insane.
Well, maybe too many cooks will spoil the broth, but they'll fill our hearts with so much love.
The time and effort paid off, since Too Many Cooks became an instant cult classic. It was even well known enough for frickin' CNN to make a parody during the Republican primaries. I could heap praise onto this thing all day long, but I'd rather see if there's a heap of bodies to count. Let's get to the kills.
Here we go. Let's bring it on, Too Many Cooks.
The short begins with a retro title card. The font is pretty much exactly the same as the one for Full House, which ran on ABC from 1987 to 1995. But the shot of the house and the font used for the credits is more directly inspired by Family Matters, the ABC and CBS sitcom that ran from 89 to 97. A bouncing bassy theme song tells you all about the difficulties of stew creation and the ideal quantity of cooks. One thing's for sure, there are too many in this house, since every character shown is part of the Cook family, even the one who's a bit more cable TV than network family sitcom. These cooks have cooked up a bunch of scenes even cheesier than the theme song.
Then you got too many cooks, too many cooks, too many cooks, too many cooks.
Fun fact, fed-up older sister Caitlin Nacon would go on to play Enid in 5 seasons of The Walking Dead. She uses her real name here, just like everyone else in the cast. The song ends with a silly family photo freeze frame in a living room that looks like the one from Married with Children, Fox's longest-running live-action sitcom, which aired for more than 10 years. Even the couch looks super similar. But if you thought this song was over after just one loop, well, God, you're just so fucking stupid. Because that earworm starts right back up again.
Too many cooks. A family is...
This second round includes little bullies and totally cool kids, as well as friendly twin boys, and of course Smarf, a puppet cat who's a reference to the late 80s sitcom Alf. Lots of people here, but don't worry, we can feed this whole damn family, since there are 4 professional cooks as well. One of them even has an assistant? Dude, it's kind of weird looking though. After meeting a peeper and his pee-pee, we move into the office setting, turning this into a workplace sitcom. But it still comes back home in the end, where games are sexy and so is love. Sexy like the swinging kind. A Smurf hand rainbow leads into another family portrait. Oh, and they included that weirdo too. That's nice. I've got to note here how much I appreciate the specific references they make. Caitlin Nacon's intro is just like Kelly Williams from season 1 of Family Matters, which also includes a family game night, though it's considerably less sexy. And Will Dove's ladder lookie is reminiscent of the character Sam from Clarissa Explains It All. The third round of the theme song spins round a dinner table in true Roseanne fashion, the ABC sitcom that ran from 1988 to 1997. But this table is somehow situated to seat way more than just the Connors, even if you included both Beckys. This shit just keeps going round and round. I love how a saxophone joins in on the music in reference to the sax-led theme for Roseanne. I wonder if this buff fireman can do the Roseanne laugh. The Too Many Cooks.
Yeah, honestly, I think if I watched that show, I'd have been like, they done? Eesh, how long is this thing going for? Honestly, that'd be my question, but anyway, moving along.
This theme song, which has been stuck in my head for fucking weeks, was a group effort. The lyrics were written by creator Casper Kelly, and the main jingle by musician Michael Kohler, an Adult Swim veteran whose work includes Aqua Teen Hunger Force and Harvey Birdman. When it came time for the jingle to shift genres, though, musician Sean Coleman took over, arranging all the parts, playing all the instruments, and singing the male vocals you hear. A video wipe and some hand percussion takes us to cop drama land.
Takes a lot to make us stew. I couldn't face these streets without you.
Lots of great jokes and references here, like the lady throwing her baton exactly like it happens in the opening to TJ Hooker. You may start to notice that weird guy becoming more sinister, although it's easy to miss when you're looking at Coates and a pie played by Lars von Trier, the Danish filmmaker who's made fucked up movies like Antichrist. Casper Kelly was originally going to say the pie was played by David Lynch, but he felt that was too obvious, so he went with another, quote, freak-ass director. The pie transitions us to an animated G.I. Joe segment. And by now, that weirdo's an outright antagonist. Oh wait, hold on. Falcon.
Hold on, one more. Now where are we?
I've heard the repeated imagery here wasn't initially intentional. It happened because of an editing error, and they thought it was funny, so they kept it in. The Falcon imagery takes us into a soap opera style opening that feels a little Dallas to me, but is more directly inspired by Falcon Crest, which ran on CBS from 1981 to 1990. This is where the horror begins, since Candace Mabry is implied to be cleaved by a machete in a freeze frame. Ben Peck introduces himself, and also joins our count when the killer presumably beheads him after his frame freezes. Tennis aficionado Dan Triandaflo is more certainly killed thanks to a knife in his back. We visit a college to get into Slumber Party Massacre mode, where Alina Nord is the killer's first co-ed victim. In the kitchen, we can assume Amy Rollins is killed via drowning in the sink. Be grateful it ain't liquid nitrogen, aim. Katie Adkins is the next student introduced, and she freeze frames like it's Naked Gun as the killer prepares to pounce. Katie is actually a friend of ours who joined us for a podcast episode about Too Many Cooks, and like many other wonderful people, attended our wedding last year. Unlike the other victims, Katie appears to become aware. Katie, can you hear me? If you can, run! Oh shit, it worked! Katie fucking books it backstage, running past decommissioned robots and through various sets built in this Fulton industrial warehouse. All the while, she's pursued relentlessly by the killer, the now haunting theme song seemingly attached to him. The killer is played by a perfectly casted William Tokarski, who had already worked with Kelly in Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell. He didn't start acting until he was 60 and wound up with bit parts in movies like Anchorman 2. He's gone on to appear in Jumanji 2 and the horror film Tragedy Girls, and I'm happy he keeps getting work. He's so damn good and creepy here. The killer can be seen early on in the short, well before I started pointing him out. His first appearance is behind the smarty little sister 20 seconds into this thing. The idea for him came from Kelly and editor Paul Painter, who gets a credit in the animation sequence alongside the theme song's arranger Sean Coleman. Kelly's backstory for the killer is that he's a guy who tried to be a sitcom dad, but never quite fit in with the rest of the Cook family, which caused him to eventually snap and enact violent vengeance. The sweater he wears is meant to be reminiscent of Bill Cosby's, another monster. Desperate, Katie hides in a closet, but thanks to the glow of her name tag, the killer quickly finds her. Our final girl is finally killed with a slash and a blood splatter.
Bye, Katie.
R.I.P. Out-of-place hottie Kate Geralt reappears to do a Wonder Woman spin as the music shifts to match that show's opening theme. Her rotations take forever to get going. She really should have primed them beforehand. And it's all in vain. She's killed when a machete goes straight into her face.
Bye, Katie.
Creeper Peeper Will Dove tries to come to the rescue, but he's beheaded mid-transformation, giving us a double decap. But I'm only adding one body to the count. The short then shifts into Law and Order mode, and once again matches the music style. But Detective Derek Huffmaster joins the count quickly, and this poor guy doesn't even get his pain negated by a freeze frame.
Ouch.
We're in hell mode now, complete with a head in a bleeding sink, apparently belonging to a Sue car. Then someone else named Amy Holmberg is seen dead and being dragged away out of the Sitcoms living room. This allows the killer to live out his own sitcom. He dances to music on headphones, just like Caitlin Nacon did, plays both Will Dove's Binocu Peeper and Victoria Sun's coy topless flirt, and presents his own special recipe, just like Tara Ox did 2 names into this thing. All the while, his name is obscured by artifacts as the audio distorts, suggesting he may be some sort of glitch in this whole thing's reality. And while a severed foot has never counted as a kill, I can count the 3 heads we see on the table, as he has a Hannibal-style supper. God damn, that is one creepy
Anyone got a shotgun?
Thankfully, it gets blown up by laser beams. Wait, what? Who did that? Haha, Smart.
This is the story of Cooks. Cybernetic Operational Optimize, Knights of Science.
You may have thought we were done, but no, we've just shifted into science fiction with a new opening and narration referencing the original Battlestar Galactica from the late 70s. In this rendition of the show, the heroic Cooks battle against the evil Broths, which consist of William Tokarski armies as well as William Tokarski spaceships. Good thing the Cooks have lizard people on their side, which may be a reference to the Gorn from Star Trek. The VFX in this section were done by Awesome Inc., an Atlanta-based animation studio that's worked on lots of Adult Swim series. They also created the G.I. Joe segment and Smurf's hand rainbows, as well as pretty much all of the short's effects. We transition into a hospital where Cook family patriarch Ken DeLosier, the very first person introduced in the short, is laid up.
That's a fine how do you do laugh track.
The doctor calls it a bad case of intronitis, like sitcom intro-itis, and unfortunately, this strain is contagious. Judging by Doc's reaction, it's also painful and terminal.
Kill me!
Unfortunately for him, he's not added to the count before we leave the scene. He shouldn't feel too left out though, since actor John Curran has already been on the kill count. He played a pilot who got infected in Quarantine 2 Terminal. In fact, a bunch of these actors had or would have horror credits, with some of their work featured on this show. Noogie Meister Zach Shires would grow up to play a pants-pissing bully named Tim in Freaky. Tennis casualty Dan Triandiflo played the rich douchebag Todd in Stranger Things 3, he of the Todd Father car. Put upon office worker Mark Farley played an Overlook ghost at the end of Dr. Sleep, while spaceship lightboard expert Matt Burke had bit parts in both Fear Street and Jurassic World.
Well, how did you get 2 different kinds of dinosaurs to, you know...
Finally, Linda Miller is like a legit Tony-nominated actor, whose dad was Jackie Gleason and whose son is Jason Patrick, star of The Lost Boys. She herself starred in the 76 slasher Alice Sweet Alice. Now everything in this intro is falling apart. Different genres are colliding and the text and people are swapping sides. Wow, that does not sound pleasant.
Never mind.
We even get a bonus reference during the chaos to the short-lived 1983 series Manimal. Amidst all this torment sits a bleeding Smart. The puppet was created and controlled by special effects artist Chris Brown, who also worked with Casper Kelly on Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell. Meanwhile, the Terminator-looking robot version of Smart was created by Shane Morton, who made the freaking Cheddar Goblin and Mandy. Across the room, Smarf sees some kind of emergency stop red button. Valiantly, he crawls to it, expending his last bit of life energy reaching out to press it. He dies on the floor, and it's debatable whether or not he succeeded. Clearly, he made contact, but the button didn't seem to depress. Whether he reached another plane of reality or is in some kind of afterlife, Smarf finds himself at the center of a biblical-scale Brady Bunch grid of characters. We've reached the end, and to commemorate the occasion, we get one last family snapshot. Just don't leave old Bill Tokarski out of it. Wouldn't want him to get mad again. Now that the show's intro is finished, we can finally enjoy Too Many Cooks.
Honey, I'm home. Too many cooks.
Oh, guess they ran out of time for the episode itself. It takes a lot to count the kills, but do it right and it's such a thrill. Let's get to the numbers.
Too many kills. Too many kills. Too many kills.
Help me, please. Oh no. Move! What? Dude, wait, you know better!
Oh, Katie?
Oh, hi, Katie.
Get your own spot.
Oh,
sorry. My bad.
Wait a minute, this is my house.
Hey, how'd you...
Too many kills.
Just a killer? Okay. Nice.
I counted 16 kills in Too Many Cooks, with the victims consisting of 8 women, 7 men, and 1 Smarf. That gives us this pie chart, played expertly by Lars von Trier. And if you assume Smarf is male, we can say this count and gender breakdown has been seen twice before on this show, in Friday the 13th Part 7 and American Psycho. With a runtime of only 11 minutes, Too Many Cooks had a kill on average every 41.25 seconds. And bonus stat, by my own personal count, the phrase Too Many Cooks was said 130 times. That gave us a Too Many Cooks on average every 5 fucking seconds. No wonder it was so infectious. I'll give the golden chainsaw who was killed to Derek Huffmaster. His screaming when he comes back from a freeze frame is disturbing. All Machete for Lama's kill will go to Amy Holmberg, who was dragged away without any clear cause of death shown. And that's it. Too Many Cooks came out in 2014, and I've watched it countless times since then. I literally never get sick of it, and it's one of my favorite things to share with the uninitiated. I hope you all enjoyed this look at it, because I truly believe it is a masterpiece. Until next time, I'm James A. Janice. This has been The Kill Count. Hey everybody, thanks.
Whew, all done. So there you go. Too Many Cooks, which honestly, considering the intro, I'm not surprised. It is pretty good, but well, anyway, let me know what you guys think of Too Many Cooks, which honestly does have a bit of an earworm. Well, till next time, guys. See ya.